Hi everyone, trust you all are doing well. In this episode, what we're going to do is we're going to create our tag model with its migration and seeder. All right, so open up your terminal. In order to create a model, we do PHP artisan make model. And we're going to call this one tag model. The convention is singular, so tag. We add the -m flag for the migration, S for the seeder. If you want to create a factory, you can add the F as well. But we're not going to create a controller because everything is going to go through our Livewire component. So press enter. So as you can see, it creates that for us. All right, so let's see. We got on the app models. You will see we got our tag model. Let's go open our migrations file under database migrations. You will see we got our tags migration. The other one that we have is our seeder. So database seeder, you will see we got our tag seeder right there. Right, let's start off with the first one, our model itself. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a protected table, and we're going to set that to self table. Okay, and let's quickly create that constant. So constant table, and we're going to set that to be the tags table. All right, so this is just my convention that I use to set up my models. Okay, so you can obviously, instead of that, you can just copy the tags and just bring it in here like this. Okay, instead of that. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one, I like to use protected fillables, protected fillable for mass assignment. I like to do this. Okay, you can set it as two ways. You can do protected fillable. The other one, let me just show you, is protected guarded, and you can set it to an empty array like this. So what that will do is you will have to check everything that you validate and all that kind of stuff. All right, so I'm just going to leave the protected fillable, because we're going to do validation inside the Livewire component, but we're going to get there. So the first one, this will be just the name, and the other one will be slug. All right, just like that. All right, so now our model is all set up. So let's quickly do that in our migrations file. So in our table right here, so in our tags migration, okay, we need to create the first one, the table, and this one will be a string, and that will be for the name. Okay. And the other one, this one will be a table as well, and this will be also a string, and this will be a slug, and we want to give it a unique attribute like this. All right, so you can either add the unique key there, or we can add it to the name, because remember, we're going to create a slug from the name, so you can do either or. Right, so now that's all set up. So the next thing we need to do is we need to set up our tag table seeder, this one right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the DB, okay, table, and what I want to do in there, I'm just going to call on insert. All right, just make sure you bring in the DB facade right there. Now, the thing is, we need to know which table. So in this case, we're going to do it in a tags table. All right, and I'm just going to create an array. So the first one, all right, so the first array that we're going to put in, this is going to be the name. And we're going to create I'm just going to call this one PHP, just for simplicity's sake. The next one, this one is going to be the slug. All right, so I just created 3 tags, the PHP, Laravel, and Livewire, and I created and updated it. I just used the carbon helpers now and that one right there. Okay, so now we can quickly seed the database and migrate. Let's quickly do that. Open up your terminal, and we're just going to do PHP artisan migrate fresh, and you can just actually say migrate and add just a -- sheet. It's completely fine, and I'm going to do this. Okay, so let's quickly create that. As you can see, it created the tables, but we haven't seeded the database because we didn't call on the seeder. So let's go to database, seeders, this one right here. Okay, instead of the user table seeder, we're just going to call it the tag seeder. Let's make sure I bring it in like that. Let's try again. And as you can see, it seeded the database right there. So all good. So in the next episode, what we're going to do is we're going to create the route for a Livewire component. There's a couple of things I want to explain to you guys when we get there. So see you there. Like the video if you like it, and have any comments, feedback, or suggestions. I've taken into consideration to add the sorting, search, and all that kind of things to the table, which once for all the tags that we're going to get. So I did see the comments of you guys, so I really appreciate that. So I'm going to implement a lot of that. So we're going to use pagination and all that kind of stuff. All right, so thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Adios.